Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have to get my drink. Welcome. Shout out to everybody. Let's see. Welcome, everybody coming through. Shout out to pause this over here on this side because it's playing. Nicole, how are you? Shout out to you. Keep getting unsubscribed. Can someone please post a link? I can't find it now. You keep getting unsubscribed, and you're my mod. What is going on? And well, shout out to you, Nicole. I know it's been a minute. I know you've been, busy. Shout out to you, love. But you shouldn't be getting unsubscribed. Oh my God. See, I'm telling you, sometimes like YouTube will unsubscribe you. But shout out to Nicole who's in the house. Welcome, Nicole. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Now let me let the people know that we're live. We're live. Um, listen. listen. Let me tell you guys something. What was I going to say? I was just watching a little Kelly Copter today, this morning. Okay. And oh my God, I love her video. Everyone, we live now. Did y'all see Kelly Copter's video that she just dropped? I put it in the community wall. Guys, go check it out because it's a good video. All right. It's a good video. It's just, first of all, she's an amazing video editor. Like, I just wish I knew how to edit the way that she does. You watched it? What'd you think? Kelly Copter, go Kelly. Yes. Kelly Copter. So I shared it over here so y'all can go watch it later on. It was an awesome video. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Let's see. Where's my post? Is it here? Yay. It's right here. Let me show. Hey, Wim, how are you? Hi, Cheeks. Hi, James. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. It's this video right here. Right over here. Go check it out. This one right here. Okay. This is a great video. All right. Kelly tells it all. I love it. And by the way, I just have to say, I love her camera. I need to get me one of those cameras that she has because it's like really, really clear. I don't know. It's like her background. It's amazing. It's a lot of inspiration. I need to start doing that. You saw Kelly. She has cojones. She does got some cojones. For those that don't know what cojones is, it means she got some balls. Kelly Copter got some balls. Thank you, Kelly Copter. Thank you so much for the 60 super chat, my love. Shout out to you. But that's you right. That's what cojones means. She got some balls. All right. Love her, love her. All right, let me say hello to everybody and the people. And thank you, the Doug, for getting us started. I appreciate the support. Jen, shout out to you, Jen. Thank you for being here. Dee Dee says, what I needed, something to rage clean to. You know what? You're so right about this. Every time I'm mad, and if I'm mad and I'm cleaning, I clean so much better when I'm mad, if anything. So I feel you, Dee Dee, on this one. Rage cleaning is a thing. It's probably, and it's very therapeutic. I'm trying to get my hands on somebody and I can't get my hands on somebody, so I'm gonna get my hands on that soap. And I'm a scrub. I'm a scrub it away. I'm a scrub, and I'm imagining the person scrubbing, just the face. Lacey, how are you? Shout out to you. James, how you doing? I was wondering whether or not rage cleaners are a thing. I am a rage cleaner. I'm a rage cleaner. I'll tell you. And it's my best work is when I'm mad. Yes. Confessing that. Yes. Clearly suppressive. How are you? Shout out to you, love. Okay, hold up. Now, Idiot Monkey, how you doing? Thank you. You said you only might rage the cleaners. I'm just like, is anybody a rage cleaner in this chat? That is a great question. Shout out to y'all. How are you? Says hi, Rabbit. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Tina's in the house. Grace in the house. Who else? You got notified? I'm glad. You got notified. Camille, how you doing? H is in the house. Mia and Taz is here. Shout out to you. H is in the casa. Welcome. Dragon Mad, welcome. Everybody come through. Now, Nicole, thank you so much for renewing your membership. Shout out to you. Kim Collins says, I'm sorry I'm late. Watching Kelly Copter was freaking amazing. Listen, if you're watching Kelly Copter and you're late, that's okay. Go watch Kelly Copter. Her video is phenomenal. And I love it. Joe, how you doing? Kelly's amazing. Yes, it is. Thank you, thank you. Maya, how are you? Let's see. Who else? Fail pessimist, how you doing, my love? Shout out to you, Shauna B. Good morning, Sylvia. Thank you. You're a rage cleaner too. We're rage cleaners. Yep. You weren't too familiar with the Courtney Stodden story? That, my friends, is a story that trips me up every time. Like when I first heard about it, I said, this is not going to end very well. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. The Journey, how you doing? VD Kitten, Rage Cleaner here. No one is safe when mama's mad. And yes, nobody's safe. When I'm mad and I'm rage cleaning, it's therapeutic. I will say that. You do too? Man, I got a lot of rage cleaners in here. You know, yeah, I got a lot of rage cleaners in here. Most moms are rage clean. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Dina, how are you? I wish I was a rage cleaner. It wouldn't take me as long. That's the thing about rage cleaning is that it doesn't take you long. You just get right to it, and you just because I do have a lot of rage too, but I've learned to channel my rage into other things. That's the God honest truth. So thank God that I've learned to you know, yeah. So who wants to clean when they're happy? Sometimes I do be cleaning when I'm like in a okay mood, but you can't compare it to rage cleaning. Rage cleaning gets the job done. That's for sure. You said take me out on that toilet. What? The rage cleaning clinic, all welcome. Yes, yes. It's like AA. Hi, my name is Rabbit, and I'm addicted to rage cleaning. Hi, Rabbit. Hi, Rabbit. Hi, Rabbit. I've been rage cleaning for the last, I don't know, since I was 16. Coping skills are good. Yeah. I think rage cleaning is my coping skill. I'm gonna be honest with you. You say you could be sitting on the damn couch and you better move your feet because if not, they'll be moved for you. That's how I see it. You said last minute company cleaning works too. Oh, what's the opposite of rage cleaning? Mellow couch server. Now that's a good question. What's the opposite of a rage cleaner? Let me know. Does anybody know? What would be the opposite of a rage cleaner? I never rage clean, I must admit. Really, Dina? I'm a rage cleaner. I love it. I don't let me I will not rage clean and wash dishes because then I won't have any more dishes if I do that. Typically rage cleaning comes in when I'm like mopping or scrubbing a tub or something like that. Dry cleaning, yeah, you said I think the opposite of rage cleaning, although I'm not sure what's the opposite is, but I am the opposite. Gotcha. Peaceful cleaner? It's a peaceful cleaner. I mean, you're cleaning, but it's opposite, right? You're still clean. You're still doing the action. You're just doing it peacefully. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Like I said, when I'm mad, I don't be washing dishes because I don't want to break them. That would be bad. But when I'm scrubbing toilets or a tub or the floor, you typically I'm upset about something. But anyways, it gets clean, gets the job done. All right, let's get it together, guys. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We have so much to talk about and review in our lineup today. How is everybody doing? It's Sunday. Let's see. Where do we start? Where do we start? Hey, let's talk about Tony Buzbee first. Because I didn't know about this and I just learned to do so. For those that don't know who Tony Buzbee is the lawyer who's been like dismissed from various Diddy cases and whatnot, right? Well, I guess there's been like a man that's been arrested who's been stalking Buzbee. And I'm wondering if it's all like, I'm trying to get clarity on this, but I believe it's pertaining to a lot of the filings that he recently did. We don't know who this man is, but his name is Brian Douglas Schoeneman. I think that's how you say his name. Has been arrested in Brazos County, where he's being held on felony stalking related to a Texas attorney, Tony Buzbee. Now let's get right into this article. Oh no, this is the mugshots. I don't want to see all the mugshots. See if I can share. Is it? So this guy, I guess, has been stalking Buzbee for quite some time. Where'd it go? Oh my God, I have so many tabs open. I don't want that one. 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 I need to close some of these tabs. Here it is. Yeah. I need to get rid of these tabs. Okay, so man accused of stalking Houston attorney Tony Buzbee wanted by police. A Bryan, Texas man is accused of stalking prominent Houston attorney Tony Buzbee and his wife and harassing his wife and law firm, according to charging documents. Now, Brian, 51, who has been, oh, what happened? Hold up, y'all. It like closed out. Huh. Maybe I have too many tabs open. Let me close some of these tabs. It's telling me you are, but I need some of these tabs. Hold up, y'all. Okay, here we go. Brian, 51, who has been charged with stalking after reportedly making repeated contact with Buzbee's family and law firm. Records show that Brian has multiple phone calls to the firm, at one point threatening to bring down the 73rd floor, where the firm is located. This firm is located on the 73rd floor. That's a lot of floors. Let me just say that much, okay? Where the firm is located. Buzbee and his staff stated that they fear for their lives due to the ongoing harassment. After Buzbee and his firm turned over evidence of stalking, the Harris County deputy spoke to Brian and warned him to stop contacting Buzbee and the employees. Brian reportedly told the deputy that he would stop, but insisted he needed to reach out one more time. The deputy noted that he believes Brian is suffering from mental health issues. Despite warning, Brian continued to make multiple calls to the firm, reportedly stating that Buzbee was going down if he didn't fix things. He also threatened that if Buzbee failed to act, all Texas will go, and he would walk away. Wait a minute, what? So he's not just threatening Buzbee, he's threatening everybody in Texas. Oh my gosh. And it says, literally, this is too much. He says, if he also threatened that if Buzbee failed to act, all of Texas will go, and he would walk away. Brian allegedly sent photos of Buzbee's family, dog, and home, along with videos of himself cursing at Buzbee. He even emailed Buzbee's wife's personal account, according to court documents. The Harris County District Attorney has accepted stalking charges, and Brian is now wanted by law enforcement. I believe he's been arrested per what's been reported. Yep, he's been arrested. This is the guy. He's being held on felony stalking charges. Wow. And what's interesting about this guy, I guess he's like the political and legislative director of the Seafarers International Union. Whoa. I'm telling you, like, this is crazy. Where did this guy come from? When did it start? I don't know. No, it's not Pineapple Head, because we got pictures of Pineapple Head. Let me see if I can find Pineapple Head pictures. Do we still have them? See, we got the Pineapple Head guys. That's not him. Doesn't even look like Pineapple Head. But yeah. But the thing is, I mean, this scary, you know, it's not okay to go real world on people you disagree with. This man is crazy. This is like next level too much. Hey, Mirrored Moon. Let's see. Maybe they should marry? Who should marry? Hey, Nebby. He wanted his horse back. Did he take his horse? Oh my god. Just the tea, please. How are you? Let's see. This is too much. But I do wonder, I don't know. I don't think that there's any connection with Pineapple Head. Maybe this is just a stalker, but he's not only just stalking Buzbee, he's stalking the whole firm, emailing his wife, sending pictures of him arguing with Buzbee. Like, what do you like? Saying shit to the picture that has Buzbee's face in it? I guess I'm confused by this. It's just crazy. You said I can't with Pineapple Head. Pineapple Head has become a staple on our channel. I don't know. I don't think so. It's not Pineapple. I mean, he looks like a, hold up. Let me see. Does he look like somewhat like a Pineapple Head? I guess. I don't know. No, I don't think so. But clearly this man is not okay. I would have gotten a restraining order too. Like, this is just crazy. You know, you got to be careful. Not the son of pineapples. Oh my God, y'all are too much. Not the son of pineapple. I don't know. Maybe he's mad. No, he went from pineapple head to melon head. Oh my God. I hope he gets help. But now he's like felony stalking charges. Somebody's coming to your building talking about I'm gonna drag everybody from the 73rd floor and they're stalking individuals and employees and stuff like that. Yeah, we got a problem, guys. So I don't know. As much as I don't really agree with everything that no, I don't agree with anything that Buzbee has done. Let me be very clear. The stalking is a little too much. I will say that much, okay? That's what I got to say. All right, guys. Let's talk about another situation here. I did a video earlier today. Make sure you guys go check it out, show it some love and whatnot. So let's talk about Courtney Stodden here. This was, I never thought I'd ever do a video on this because when this happened, I don't even see a lot of creators doing videos on this, but it's a video that definitely, like, this really deserves a deep dive, right? So I did a video on this, right? So this is Courtney, who she really became famous at the age of 16. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. Because she married a 51-year-old actor by the name of Doug Hutchison. Okay. It was really disturbing. I remember when the story broke. I think I can't even remember. It was many years ago. And I remember just watching the interview, right? And just thinking in my mind, oh man, 16. Because I remember being 15. Y'all remember being young? How many of you guys or men, whatever, as a young girl, I was always attracted to older men, okay? Now, I'm not talking about 51-year-olds, okay? I'm at 16, typically I was looking at 4 or 5 years older than me. My first boyfriend was about 4 years older than me. And I remember being 15 and truly going through the waves of things, and life being so deep for me at the age of 15, and feeling like everything was the end of the world, and and just wanting to cater to that relationship. And he was, like I said, he was 4 years older than me. He was 18 and I was 15. Luckily, and I'm so happy I did this, I have a journal. Okay. I have my journal and it's somewhere. And I wrote down everything that I was feeling at that time. And looking back at it now that I'm 40, because it's like, wow, I was really intense when I was that young. I was really, really vulnerable when I was that young. And I was really taken back. And that was the first relationship that the first boyfriend, the first heartbreak of many, like in many ways, he was my first everything, right? And in reading that book, that journal, it's just like, man, like this is deep. So when I look at Courtney being 16, marrying a 51-year-old, and almost like her parents were like pushing her to this relationship, which made me think that I wonder if her parents were paid off to a certain degree, right? Doug was like her parents' age, okay? So I'm so happy that Courtney has spoken out about this, but it was the way in which the world treated her. You had the likes of Chrissy Teigen, delusional, drunk Chrissy Teigen, allegedly, in my opinion. I'm going to say that, okay? Because she was sending messages to like this girl to basically go kill herself, to commit suicide. Very young girl. Having a mega supermodel sending you messages like that, when in reality, she was just a lost girl looking for somebody to help her out of a situation like this. Her parents were fucked up, okay? Let's put this out here. there's something wrong with her father as well as her mother. All right, mother and her Courtney, they did a whole reality TV show, right? And it was like mothers and daughters, something something, you know, it was in one of the networks. And I did a video on this and I showed this. The woman had a thing for her husband. So it was just so confusing. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Then why didn't you marry him? You know? And here she is kind of like navigating this situation, but your mom is trying to take your husband away from you. I was so confused about all of that. You know what I mean? You said, I feel like there were bigger issues going on in family before all this happened with Courtney. She had a childhood surrounded by predators, including the parents. You know what, Yanni? Shout out to you, Yanni, because when I was doing some research on this, like her dad was just inappropriate with her too. There are pictures where her dad's being inappropriate with her. It was really gross. So I think she kind of like, you know, acclimated to that. Like she was like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever it is, right? To kind of get out of that situation or acclimated, or maybe she thought that all of this was acceptable, that that's all she had. And I agree with you on that. Yeah, John Legend's wife. And nobody calls out Chrissy Teigen because, well, first of all, she's with this, you know, she's been married to him. Chrissy Teigen, I get it. She's had her shares of like, you know, she's had some troubles, miscarriages and stuff like that. But Chrissy Teigen has been so inappropriate online with children and the commentary that she's given. Like, I don't know. I it's weird because to me it kind of gives me because I'm thinking in my mind, if this was Howard Stern doing all this, I'm sure he'd get called out. But people expect someone like Howard Stern to kind of give you that shock jock type of thing, right? When it's a woman, it's a little bit different. There's like different hold up, y'all. There's different, I gotta get some chapstick on. There's different I guess expectations and whatnot. And people kind of just brush it off because it's Chrissy, right? And she's had multiple miscarriages. But the reality is that Chrissy was doing the most online, and she was bothering children. That's for sure. She was. She was doing too much. Don't get me started on Chrissy. She's a real, yeah, she's too much. Her miscarriages had no merit to how predatorial she was. And she's always been. She's toned it down a lot. I think she's had to tone it down a lot in order, like, for her marriage. She's just a very inappropriate person. And you kind of have to wonder, where the hell does that come from, Chrissy? Like, what an opportunity if Chrissy was a different person. That if oh yeah, she's a troll, and she's a self-admitted troll. It would have been like if this girl really needed help, for a celebrity like Chrissy to reach out to her and say, hey, you know, if you need anything, keep your head up. No, the bitch was like literally trolling her and just making inappropriate comments. And not just her, but there were other people like Farrah Abraham. She's just said the most inappropriate things about kids. I mean, I could show you guys. Hold up. Let's do a little detour real quick. And I'm actually planning to do a deeper dive on this because I really want to understand. Like I'm looking into, I can't diagnose. I'm a social worker, of course, you know, but I'm not like, I'm not going to diagnose somebody and stuff like that. But there's something to be said about the inappropriate messages that she sent, as well as some of the stuff that she would say on Twitter. Hold on. Twitter. Let me see if I can. I feel like this deserves a bigger deep dive. Let me see if I can show you. Do. Let's see. Here it is. This is a good one. Look at this is what she said about Toddlers and Tiaras. Toddlers and Tiaras is a show about toddlers and tiaras, okay? She says seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just ... I want to put myself in jail. Hashtag toddlers and tiaras. She has minor children. Okay. Yeah. That's an example of a Chrissy Teigen thing. Let me see if I can find another ones. It was gross. And she said this back in 2011. Let's see. There's some that are just just gross. What a lie. I can tell my kids about whistling and it being dangerous. I don't know what that means. Hold up. There's some other ones. I'm about to Anthony Weiner this kid. Yeah. This is letting y'all know is I'm about to Anthony Weiner this kid. Gross. Yeah. So just an example. I don't know. I'm working on a deeper dive. I'm trying to understand like where did she go off? Like please note that is one thing to like joke around about shit, but you're literally posting this on Twitter and a lot of the posts were like late at night. So a lot of people would say, "Oh, she must be drunk." And it would embarrass John, like her husband, but he still stayed by her. They still stayed by together. I have never said these things drunk. Never. That comes from somewhere. Says, wow, I didn't know anything about this rabbit. Yeah. So I might work on a deeper dive video on this so I could show you guys. Potentially, I know she went to like rehab at one point. But yeah, child assault isn't a punchline. No, it's not. Imagine if one of us said that shit. It's gross. It wouldn't fly for the regular person. No. But she's been heavily protected. Okay. Heavily protected. So it's going to be a different video. I'm going to do a deeper dive on that. But that in itself, I didn't really want to get into Chrissy Teigen like that because there's so much that you could say, but it deserves a whole video. I've done videos on it before, but I might need to do a new one just to kind of show you guys a little bit more now that we have different equipment. Okay. Let me play this. This is so Courtney has done a like reflecting on grooming and everything that has happened in her lifetime, which my opinion, I believe that she has been groomed. She was groomed by Doug Hutchison. People get their driver's license at 16. She got married at 16. She couldn't drink. She was maybe had a driver. Oh, this is so disturbing. It says, I was a virgin. With myself. He used her for a come up too. That's what I think he did because this guy had been like twice divorced. He was dealing with an alcohol problem. I think he used her and maybe promised her and paid for her things and stuff like that. I swear her mother is like, I'm sorry, the lady is trash. She's a trash ass lady, okay, who also wanted to be a reality star herself too. That's what she did. They were from California. So what do? They meet and then they said, "Well, let's move to Vegas because that's where it's legal to marry at 16." All you have to do is need a parent's signature. That's it.
Allowing her young daughter to wed a man 3 times her age.
So she said, it was Krista who said, you guys can get married if you want.
As a young girl from Washington State, Courtney dreamed of a future in Hollywood. Signed over consent. And with that parental permission, Courtney and Doug got married in Las Vegas, where it
crazy
was legal.
About like, I'm a pervert, he says. People say, then she says, I'm a whore. And she's like, laughing it. But to me, I know people are quick to say and judge certain positions, right? But I would have never thought that anybody would go and tell a 16-year-old that she's a whore, right? Let me go message this girl who clearly is lost that she's a whore. Instead of being somewhat of a guide for her. Like, listen, you're a gorgeous girl. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be with them. Know your worth. That type of situation. But no, what did people do? I'm a whore. People like, she's a child, guys. She's a child. That's all she is, right? So it's really weird to even for people to normalize attacking a 16-year-old that way solely because of the situation that she's in. But in reality, if we were to step back and really see, she's actually a victim here, whether she sees it or not. Because the people that are supposed to protect her, which are her parents, didn't, and won't. And they gave her away to the hands of this disgusting, nasty 51-year-old man, okay, who needed a come up. And that's all. It's just weird to me that the reaction of the people, instead of wanting to protect, right? Because it takes a village. It's to call this 16-year-old girl a whore. It's crazy. It's just too much.
Was Courtney's first television interview.
When drugged in that interview, and I kept watching it because I was doing the, video reaction. I said, damn, she just looks so drugged. She looks so performative. Like, you see it on her face. It's like she's performing for everybody. She does these facial expressions every time she's around this creep where she's literally performing for She actually blocked her too. Chrissy Teigen, after she apologized privately or publicly or whatever, she actually blocked her on Twitter as well. Like, I have all of that in a file when I was looking into this, maybe the first year that I had this channel. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Courtney. I hope you can heal now, knowing how deeply sorry.
Our thanks to Juju for.
Oh, yeah. So that was his response. That guy is dirty. I cannot with that guy. I cannot. Yeah. I mean, take away all the fault that he has, right? Like, he didn't do anything. He was tricked into marrying her, right? You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. You can't. Lord have mercy. Courtney never lied about it. Yeah, right, Yanni. So what was the deception? Tell him. Like, she lied about her age? No. Never. I know. It's like, wow, I swear. Predators will always be predators. And okay, by the way, speaking of predators, right? So Courtney actually posted on her Twitter. Let me show you, or not Twitter, I'm sorry, her IG. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This is what she posted, because she had this like what is it? Mini docuseries that dropped on Hulu. It's called Confessions of a Child Bride. And so they kind of dig into that. But let me show you guys what she dropped. And I did this in my video. I show this. She dropped this 2 days ago. And this is a young woman who is basically saying that Doug Hutchison has to be stopped. I initially never wanted to post about this because I felt scared and embarrassed about everything. But I realized that this whole situation is bigger than me. And I need to be strong if I want him stopped. Doug Hutchison has groomed and mentally abused multiple young girls, including me. He told me he loved me and I was beautiful, sexy, and smart. I was 15 years old. He was 60. I was blinded by his words to see that his mission was only to seek out minors. Please spread this message. I can't let this happen to another innocent girl. She posted this on her IG 2 days ago. So there was people that were reaching out to her. So yeah, make sure you guys watch that video that we did, because it just shows that. It shows, like, it's just like, what is going on? Let's talk about another situation, okay? Sherri Papini. Y'all remember Sherri Papini? I misspelled her name. I called her Sherri Panini, but it's Papini. So let me know if you remember. Yeah, let me know. The Gone Girl, the lady who like disappeared, staged her whole thing. Completely delusional. Completely. But yeah. Really? No, I didn't know that. Well, thank you, beautiful messy ball. Thanks for the heads up. You remember her? Rory, you remember her? Y'all remember her? I almost called her Panini. I think I put it on my title and I had to fix it. Yeah, she got a little mini doc and everything. That was interesting. That was interesting for her. She's cringe. She really is. So apparently she did a little face off with the ex-husband. Okay, let's watch some of this.
Are you looking to get custody back of your children?
This California courtroom, the center of a true crime saga that continues to captivate the nation. A dramatic abduction turned bizarre hoax. Sherri Papini, the mother of two who faked her own violent kidnapping back in 2016, now asking for joint legal and physical custody of her two children.
I don't think so. That's right. She blamed us Mexicans for going to her. Keep that in mind. I don't think so. Right? Yeah.
We're still talking about this case because of the children in this custody battle involved, begging the question, When does a parent get their custodial rights back after such a lie?
Sherri, who served 10 months in prison, saying she is a changed woman.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're...
Sherri's ex-husband, Keith Papini, who currently has sole custody of their 10 and 12-year-old kids, disagrees. He was the first to take the stand.
My position today is that she should not be alone with the children. She harmed her own body to fake a kidnapping.
Keith making shocking new allegations about Sherri as a mom.
My daughter informed me that Sherri was having her smell rubbing alcohol on a daily basis. I found out more things that Sherri had been doing to either create some sort of sickness so that she could take them to the doctor.
Sherri's lawyer.
So this is important, okay? And Dee Dee just gifted 10, oh my God, 5 memberships. Thank you, Dee Dee. Sorry, I misread the number. Thank you, my love. If you've been blessed by Dee Dee, put some hearts in the chat. Thank you, I appreciate it. She's not safe around the kids. I don't think she should be. I just literally don't feel like, thank you, Dee Dee. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not, I just, how do you assess that? She was willing to harm herself, and it sounds like she might have been harming the kids beforehand. Like, that's crazy to even just give her any type of custody at this point.
Lawyer arguing that Child Services investigated these claims and could not prove them. She's also criticized Keith as a father. In a June 2024 court filing, Sherri says Keith's actions are self-serving and to the detriment of our children, while my actions are selfless and for the benefit of our children. Pointing to media appearances, including last year's Hulu documentary, Perfect Wife, the mysterious disappearance of Sherri Papini.
We'll kiss for the camera with sunflower seeds. Mwah.
Today's hearing, just the latest twist in a case that has been likened to a real-life version of Gone Girl.
The case against Sherri Papini was fascinating because it had a missing woman, a race against time, children involved. And it had so many elements just rolled into one that made it must-watch TV.
The saga began back in 2016 when 34-year-old Sherri Papini went out for a jog and didn't return home.
And then blamed other people for her kidnapping, specifically when she was just out with like a person that she was with. I cannot. Alice, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Shout out to you, Alice. Thank you. I'm gonna try to like speed this up a little bit. But she like reenacted this whole thing. This whole thing was just bizarre and horrible.
Acting like she was tucking in her kids and she's so strong.
But not long after, Sherri Papini's story begins to unravel, from inconsistencies in what she said happened to her to stories of infidelity and a history of running away, leading some to question, was all this a hoax? Keith and Sherri went on, trying to rebuild their lives for several years, until 2020, when there was a break in the case. Authorities tell the couple they've identified Sherri's ex-boyfriend, James Reyes, based off of DNA collected from Sherri's clothing.
What is it like sitting in that room?
I'm ecstatic. Like we have a lead. We've got him.
Wow.
So I'm very happy in that moment. And then you can quickly see how it turns when they do finally say James Reyes. My body language, you can see I'm starting to scoot away, and it's really hitting me.
Authorities capturing audio from the moments they approached Reyes about Sherri Papini.
We're here regarding Sherri Papini.
I didn't kidnap her. I just, friend in need asked me for help, and that was that.
Reyes told authorities that during those 22 days, she was in his apartment, hitting herself to create bruises and burning herself. In August 2020, they bring Sherri and Keith in to confront her with the truth.
The DNA that was on you belongs to James Reyes.
We talked to him. We've been on a polygraph. It's not an abduction.
Can you imagine faking all this crap? That is so crazy. Go check out the poll. Should she have any contact or not even contact? I mean, I think contact always needs to be supervised. Now, I know I got a poll troll here. So I asked the question, should Sherri have custody of her kids? And somebody voted yes. Well, a majority of you guys voted no. Supervise, I'm okay with. I think supervise is fine, but to have any kind of custody, Not when they're not able to self-protect. I don't trust her. I know. Reveal yourself in the chat. Who voted yes?
She asked me to come get her.
No.
I rented a car. I drove up and picked her up.
Failed pessimist voted yes by accident. Yeah. She's like, I'm sorry, guys. This was an accident. It was an accident.
You passed the polygraph test, Sherri.
That's not what happened. What did happen, Sherri?
I don't know. No, there's no way. It's James. There's no way. There's no way.
The DNA doesn't lie.
She's a good actress. Guys, she's really good. Wimmy just gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Wim, for gifting. Make sure you guys are putting some hearts in the chat. If you've been blessed by Wim or Dee Dee, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yes, she did copy that Gone Girl. Thank you. I appreciate it, Wim. Thank you. She's a faker. What do you do? Can you imagine if you had children with this person? You're stuck with her until like they're 18. Thank you. I know. Storm's like, all right, fail pessimist. We forgive you. Shout out to you. We forgive you. It was an accident.
Oh, but I was flirting with other men. It was such a stupid thing to do. I love my husband. I love my children.
That's understandable. Here's the deal, though, Sherri. Flirting with other men, not a crime. Lying to me today, yes, a crime.
In March 2022, Sherri Papini was arrested and later pled guilty to lying to a federal officer. Back in the courtroom, Keith and his attorneys arguing that Sherri is continuing to change her story, still claiming she was in fact kidnapped, but pointing the finger at Reyes.
Now she's saying she was kidnapped again, but by James. But that is also a lie. This is literally the same thing she did in 2016.
Wow.
ABC News tried to reach Reyes and did not hear back.
Sherri Papini's changing of the story does apply very heavily to the custody of her children. It goes towards the idea of the emotional abuse that Keith Papini is arguing in this case.
Sherri hoping to move forward with more time with her children.
No.
She currently gets one supervised visit a month. A therapist who treated her testifying that she's changed.
Oh man. Listen, you don't just give custody, you increase visitation time, supervise. So, sorry, my headphone fell off. So if she's only getting an hour, you don't just say, all right, here's custody. You don't do that. You have to, it's a slow progression. She should get maybe more visits during the month. That should be fine. Supervise. She should get, instead of 1, it should be maybe 4. Something like an increase, right? Where it's supervised. You don't just say, all right, you're cured. Here's your therapist. It doesn't work that way. And they should have a parent-child interaction to see how they're kind of interacting with each other. What's going on? Does the child have a legitimate understanding about the crime that was committed? I mean, all of that is just, you do it by phases. You don't just throw in and make this happen this way. It doesn't work this way.
She has changed. She's actually good at therapy.
She's actually good at therapy. What does her treatment plan look like? Okay. What goals? What is she doing? This is just ridiculous.
The next hearing in the case is slated for May. Sherri expected to take the stand.
This Sherri Papini saga has morphed over the years. This custody dispute for Sherri Papini is an uphill battle and then some.
Wait. Hold up. You said just give her an extra 5 minutes. Supervise. Oh my God. I know it's source. Trust me, bro. That is too much. All right. Let's talk about another case that I didn't get to cover, but I was thinking about covering. It kind of intrigued me a little bit. And I don't even know if I'm saying her last name correctly. Here's another Yolanda. Hold up. I had to pull the article again because I accidentally. Give me one sec. Rebecca Marodi. I think that's how you say it. But Rebecca Marodi. Rebecca Marodi. Is that correct? Am I saying this correctly? Her name. It was a case that I was thinking about covering about a fire chief who was stabbed by her wife. And let me hold up. Look. So the lady has been captured in Mexico. This is where we're switching off to. Now hold up. The Cal Fire captain's wife, suspected killer in U.S. custody after extradition. So the San Diego department has now confirmed that Yolanda, her name is Yolanda too. Is it okay? But is it Maradoni? Maradoni? Y'all are doing too much. She's been captured in Mexico. So we'll watch a little. They probably, if I hear how it's pronounced, I'll feel a little bit better. But I'm literally killing her last name, and not saying it correctly, and I don't like that. So the San Diego Chief Department has now confirmed that Yolanda has been released to U.S. Marshals and taken to custody to the U.S. Port of Entry on murder charges. So a little over a month, you had Rebecca Becky Marandi was fatally stabbed inside her Ramona home. Her accused killer was arrested in Mexico. Law enforcement officials confirmed to NBC7 on Saturday. Now, hold up. Let me see if I can play this.
This mugshot from Mexico.
The woman wanted for allegedly killing her Cal Fire wife has finally been caught. For weeks, Yolanda Marodi has been on the run after
Marodi. Yolanda Marodi. See, I kept, thank you, Kimby. I cannot say it. Listen, note to self. Shout out to my wonderful Yolandas, the good ones. But between Yolanda Saldivar and the other Yolandas, I don't know what else to say. Yolanda's been doing too much.
San Diego sheriff's deputies say video shows her assaulting her wife the night she was found dead in the Ramona home. NBC7's Jeanette Quesada shows us how the suspect was caught and what the Cal Fire captain's work family is saying about the capture.
Tonight, Cal Fire thanking Mexican police and the San Diego Sheriff's Office for arresting the woman suspected of killing Cal Fire Captain Rebecca Marodi. They say she was a beloved member of the community and she'll be missed greatly.
Wow.
This mugshot from Mexican police is our first look at Yolanda Marodi since she's been on the run after police say she stabbed to death her wife, Cal Fire Captain Rebecca Marodi.
But didn't she, for those that have followed, hey baby K, how are you? For those that have followed this case, didn't they say that that Yolanda had killed before? I feel like there was something that this is the case that was really confusing to me, but I remember specifically that she had killed before, if I remember correctly.
According to Mexican state officials, the 53-year-old suspected killer was arrested by state police near a hotel on Fresnillo Avenue in Mexicali. The San Diego Sheriff's Office says she'll be booked on murder charges. That's when Cal Fire Captain Rebecca Marodi's mother found her daughter with multiple stab wounds inside her home. According to court records, the search for the Cal Fire's captain's killer began that same day. Investigators says video from a home security camera shows Yolanda arguing with Rebecca and physically assaulting her. Yolanda was then seen leaving the scene prior to the victim's mother arriving home. According to an affidavit, the video also showed Captain Rebecca asking her wife to call 911. Minutes later, Yolanda was seen leaving with pets and luggage in this silver SUV. The 2016 Chevrolet Equinox was seen entering Mexico at 9:16 the night of the crime. 3 days after the killing, a witness shared a text with investigators that Yolanda allegedly sent the day after the slaying. It read, "Becky came home and told me she was leaving me. She met someone else. All messages were lies. We had a big fight and I hurt her. I'm sorry," according to an officer with the San Diego District Attorney's Office. An affidavit confirms similar information. It says a week prior to her death, Captain Rebecca had told her wife of roughly 2 years she planned on ending their marriage. Despite those statements that their relationship could be over, sheriff's investigators say they're still trying to figure out the motivation behind the stabbing.
There is no motivation if she's killed before. Like, literally, the woman is not well. So, ooh, that sucks. That really, really, like, oh my God. Wim, you just gifted another 10. Oh my God, Wim. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys have been gifted, look at you. Thank you, Wim, for making it rain with the memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you. If you've been blessed, please put some hearts in the chat. Thank you, Wim and Dee Dee. She's psychotic, but she had already killed before. She killed before, guys. This wasn't like, oops, like she killed before. That's crazy. And then she tried to flee to Mexico.
Jeanette Quesada, NBC7.
And this is
How did she get out before, though? Like, she killed her husband. Oh, my God. Hold up. Let me see. Yolanda Marodi. Oh, my God. It was the prior husband, right? Yeah, in 2003, Yolanda Marodi pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter in the stabbing death of Jim in 2000. The station reported she was released from custody a decade later. So she had a record already. She served 12 years. That's like that. Yo, like that's crazy. She did prison time. I think she was going through DV. I mean, hell, what the hell? Wow. Oh my God, this is so sad. How do you get involuntary manslaughter off of a stabbing? Like, oops, maybe it was like a, what is it? You plead down or something and then you do time. Like, oops, I didn't get too many and now I'm home, dude. It's gone. Like 12 years though behind bars. For her to have like gotten something or like she literally killed her wife. The parole board, clearly the parole board failed there. That's for sure, right? Like the justice system fails every time when it comes to this. She served 12 years or something like that. Did a bunch of videos on the case. I'm surprised I just learning the shoes. Yeah, I mean, I was watching and I was gonna do a couple of videos, but I can't remember. I think I was keeping up with the Diddy stuff around that time, and it was just too much to keep up with. You know, you kind of have to pick things. But yeah, so she's been captured. Shout out to Cinema Shogun. Yeah, people get away with much more less. Shake my head. This is too much, y'all. Anyways, guys, shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Now, let me shout out some people here. The Duck, thank you. Nicole, thank you for renewing your membership. Dee Dee, thank you for gifting. Wim gifted 20. Thank you so much, Wim. Alice, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Oh, and Mirrored Moon, thank you so much for the Venmo. I just got it. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate very much you and the Venmo. Thank you. I'm glad they got her. I'm just gonna say, but like people be doing the most. It's too much. I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful Sunday. I might do a live later on tonight, but just a heads up, please go show some love to the other video that I just dropped. Show some love, hit the like button, share, do all those good things. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.